Amazing, we're live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whoever is watching. I will just give a couple of minutes while we are waiting. I'm going to pop some links in the chat, which will hopefully be useful. Okay, so first link is to our My Faces Masterpiece page on the Face Equality International website. So all information there if you need it. Sorry, I thought I put myself on Do Not Disturb. Let me try that again. Do not disturb. Right, there we go. Do not disturb. Sorry about that. Okay, second link I'm going to pop in here in the chat for you is to, it's called IFU Resources. So IFU being International Face Equality Week. So you've got loads and loads of fabulous things in there created by our amazing campaigns and comms team. And then I'm also going to pop in here a link to donate if you wish. If you've already donated on the Eventbrite page, thank you very much. This link is straight to Stripe. So if you feel like making a donation for anything that you might have learned today, it just means we can keep doing what we're doing. So thank you. Okay, so lovely. Right. Great. I can see a couple more people have joined. Hopefully these links are super duper helpful. I will try and remember to speak about the links in the chat. If not, please just go and have a little look yourself. So let's see if I can make this work. So I'm going to share my screen and share. Yes. Hate it when it does that. Right, just going to come back here and make sure this is all correct. Yes. Perfect. Oh my gosh, so you can see me as well. This is great. So I'm going to click away from this screen so that I can control the slideshow. So if you put any comments or questions in the chat and I don't answer immediately, it's because I cannot see the chat, but I will come back and check every so often. Okay, so as I say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You are tuned in live to Face Equality International. And I'm going to, what's going on here? So, is that better? Beautiful. How to plan your event for Face Equality Week, or as we like to abbreviate it to IFU, which stands for International Face Equality Week. So let's dive right in. So who are we? Just in case you're new to us, I'm just going to tell you really super quick overview of who we actually are. So Face Equality International, also known as FEI, is a unique growing alliance of almost 40 charities now worldwide. 1 in 111 people, so that's about 10%, have a disfigurement, which is a mark, scar, or condition affecting your appearance. We live in a society that prizes perfect looks, which can be difficult, and abuse, marginalization, and human rights violations are all too common. 60% of us, I say us because I have a cleft lip, 60% of us with disfigurements in the UK have experienced hostile behaviour, and a third have been discriminated against in job applications or experienced a hate crime. FEI is also a United Nations accredited NGO, inputting into the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities as the sole representative for facial difference community. If you have been living under a rock, you might not have known that we just came back from a successful trip to Geneva, to the UN, where our patron Nikki Lilly spoke at the Human Rights Council. That video is also available on our YouTube channel. If you want to go and have a listen after this, I would strongly advise it. Okay, so International Face Equality Week. So this year it is 12th to 19th of May. And we are repeating our theme of last year because it was so successful. The My Face is a Masterpiece theme has had an addition this year of My Body is a Masterpiece. So we've added that addition from actually feedback from you guys, from the community. So International Face Equality Week, My Face is a Masterpiece, using art as a tool for social good this year, or any year, to be frank. The stories of facial and visible difference community are often portrayed with pity and prejudice. We're calling upon anyone and everyone to get involved in Face Equality Week, helping us to champion a world of equity and inclusion. Society portrays a narrow perception of beauty and usually an unobtainable standard which perpetuates insecurities. Together we can celebrate talents, not tired tropes. We can champion skills on screens. We can amplify artists who don't maybe fit the mold and elevate art that reflects visible difference. So before I go to the next slide, I'm just going to pop back to this screen to make sure I've not missed any comments. Okay, lovely. Feel free with each other. Introduce yourselves if you like to other viewers. Okay, so we are going to do step 1 to 10. 10 steps, guys. 10 steps. That's all you need to plan your event. And this webinar is for planning your event for Face Equality Week, but you can use this 10-step guide for any awareness or fundraising event that you do throughout the year. I would love to see more of you guys doing events. And don't keep it to yourself. Tell us. We want to know what you're up to. Okay. All right. So let's dive in. As I say, I'll keep flipping back to the other screen to make sure I've not missed any comments. So step 1, the what. What kind of event are you actually going to do or host? Is it community? Is it challenge? Is it digital? Here are a few ideas, which if that's too small on your screen, that page is downloadable for free on the Face Equality International website. In the chat, I've actually shared the IFU resources link. So if you press that, you can actually go and download this whole page of fundraising event ideas. So community events, kind of does what it says on the tin. It would be an event within your community, your local area. A challenge event would be something that challenges you. Now, obviously, the theme this year is art, using art as a tool for social good. But not everyone is, not everyone is a Picasso. Not everyone maybe feels creative, and that's totally okay. You can be creative and show your support in other ways. And that could be doing a sponsored run, walk, or roll. Lots of places around the world do park runs. I myself have signed up to do a 10K. I'm terrified about it, but that's what I'm doing, and I'm being sponsored for it, which is great. And it actually, I feel like, when you're sponsored for something like that, it kind of holds you accountable. If I'm feeling lazy, I have to remind myself I'm doing this. Actually, not for me. Digital fundraising, that is what you can do online. Anything online, like we're doing now. You could do your own YouTube live stream. That would be fun. Workplace fundraising, exactly that. Could you do a bake sale or something at your workplace? Is your workplace a corporate? Do they have an existing DEI or CSR program? You might want to recommend us as a corporate charity partner, or your workplace fundraising could be actually using your work skill set to raise money. I know lots of people, lots of tattooists. I've got lots of tattoos who've done like tattoo drives or like haircut drives. So many things that you can do. To keep it on the creative side of things for this year's theme, I bet you can find a local artist or an ambassador to do a talk or a demo. You could collaborate with local schools or businesses. You could turn artwork into postcards or prints or merch that you can sell. And all of this can, you can raise money anywhere and everywhere by just using a QR code. I even turned my phone into like a pay terminal recently, which blew my mind. So we've got the what. Step 2 is the when. So pick your date and time. As I say, Face Equality Week this year is the 12th and between the 12th and the 19th of May. That is a week. If you can fit something in that week, fantastic. If you want to choose that week to launch your event, to have the event on a later date, that's great as well. If you want to launch your event now, to plan to maybe take donations or submit donations during that week, that also works as well. So pick your date, pick your time, check for any big clashes. So if you chose, Thursday night, if it's a community event, is there another community event that night? So you're just going to limit the amount of people, maybe you're just adding to competition. Are there any big holidays? So just if you're not sure, Google generally has the answers for dates. And give yourself enough prep time. If you've never planned an event before, this might seem quite overwhelming, quite a lot of work. It can be, depending on the size of your event, but an event is anything. It can be you just speaking to a camera. That is your fundraising event. So it can be, whatever you have the capacity for. I would say kind of 2 to 4 weeks for a simple in-person event, if you're doing something locally, is more than enough. So let me have a look. Comments. Well, you're being all very shy and polite. Okay, so let's go to step 3. 3 is a magic number, they say. So the magic here is where. Where is your event going to take place? Is it going to be in person? So in that case, you need to book a space with the right capacity. And the right capacity is however many people you want for your relevant event. The facilities, choosing a venue. What could that venue be? The venue could be your home, your workplace, a gallery, a cafe, a school, a library, wherever has a physical entity, that can be your venue. If you are doing an in-person event, consider accessibility. Parking, if you have any tech needs, tech as in if you want to plug anything on a screen, if you want to have microphones, check the tech for your chosen venue. And obviously, if it is a public space, do you have the right to be there? You can't just show up to some places. You might need a permit or a license or just maybe council consent, depending on where you've chosen. Or you could have your event online, like we are doing right now. This is an online event or an example of. So you might want to set up something on Zoom or Teams or any other platform or app that you have access to or you're familiar with. I definitely recommend not using software that you're not familiar with, because you're just really asking for trouble there. And host your event virtually, which could be on Instagram, could be on YouTube, could be an online gallery. If you're a gamer, you can host an event. You can host a streaming event on Twitch. I believe it's Twitch. Yes, I'm not a gamer. Okay, so step 4. So we've got the what, we've got the when, we've got the where. What do we think is coming next? Da, 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 da. This is when everyone's heart sinks and goes, oh my God, I can't do it. But you can do it. So step 4 is the how much. So this is you setting a budget. Now, your budget might be 50p, it could be £5, it could be £500. It doesn't really matter what your budget is, but you need to set one. Okay, it really is important. So write down the costs of everything. I'm very much like, when I plan something, I like to do like worst case scenario, or do like a kind of small, medium, large option, or like standard, premium, luxe, whatever. And then that can help you kind of decide maybe what you can do as well. So what is the cost of the venue? Some venues might donate the venue for your event. Same with any art supplies. If you're going to do like a sip and paint, you might know someone who makes their own canvassing or something. So ask. But if you don't, I'm so sorry, I've just noticed a spelling mistake. I'm not going to tell you what word it is. I'm so sorry. That's going to bug me now for the rest of this slide. Art supplies, food and drinks. Write down just how much. If you know you've got 5 people coming, 5 people can drink tap water, but it's an event, so you might want something with a bit of sparkle. That doesn't necessarily mean alcohol. So 5 cans of pop. What is that? How much will entertainment or speakers cost? Generally speaking, speakers, which by the way could be someone from FEI, if we can get to you, we would love to come and speak at your event. Just please ask, and if we can, we absolutely will. Otherwise, as entertainment, have you got someone blowing up balloons, doing card tricks? Have you got someone hosting your sip and paint? Have you got a photographer? Things like this. For your in-person event, you might want to think about printing assets, printing signage, for in-person or virtual. What is the marketing that you need? Do you need to spend money on, actually, no, you don't need to spend money, because Canva, very good app, is free. So if you're looking for something to design quickly, like your little invitation or something, Canva is a really good one. I use Canva actually for this presentation. Staffing, again, volunteers cost nothing. But as I say, think worst case scenario. Travel, if you are traveling, how much is that going to cost? And what is your emergency buffer? You might not feel like you need a buffer. When I've done really big projects, our emergency buffer has been a lot bigger than 10%. So it'll be relative to what you're doing. And how much will like a donation tool cost? So if you need to set up a QR code, a Just Giving or Facebook page, does that cost you any money? Just check these things, okay? And when you're setting your budget, don't be afraid to ask for in-kind donations or sponsorships, because local cafes or your art stores will probably want to help you if they know what you're up to. So yeah, share what you're up to. Okay, so step 5, we're halfway, guys. I'm going to come back. I've not missed anything. Oh my gosh, hi, Zoe. Sorry I'm late. Tech issues. Happens to the best of us. It actually happened to me half an hour ago, and I had to redo this whole link. And I hopefully don't think anyone's noticed. So no problem. We will be posting. That was like the royal we. I will post this video to our YouTube channel straight after. So if you've missed anything or want to come back to anything, this will be on our YouTube channel. So step 5, the plan. This makes me think of like the Jason Bourne movies. Make a plan, love a plan, have a plan A to C, have a plan, A, B, C, D, D, whatever. Have many, many, many plans, or just have one plan. Start your plan with a checklist. And if you make a checklist like on Post-it notes, fantastic. If it's on a shoebox, a hanky, great as well. Just make a plan, and be okay with the fact you're going to forget things. Even if you do make a plan, you will get to the day and you will have forgotten something. That's okay. We're human. So I would recommend, when you are making that all important plan and that checklist, to start from the event day and kind of work backwards. When should your event invitations go out? When do I need to confirm the venue? When or where do I need to print materials or buy supplies from? When do I need to call Kathy to pick up my soda, whatever it is, just work backwards, and the smallest thing, write it down. Because hopefully you've got lots of lovely friends and family or volunteers that you can delegate out jobs for your huge event that you're going to do. So if you've written down absolutely everything, the more freedom that you will have for any delegation. And hopefully you won't lose any sleep at night when you wake up, like me sometimes, 2 a.m, go, right. And then I send myself a WhatsApp message so I don't forget. If, like me, you are forgetful sometimes, or just too many things in your head, and you like to write it down, I like using Google Sheets, which is free if you have Gmail. Trello, I believe they do have a free trial period, which, to be honest, if you're planning your event, might be worthwhile. It's like, think of Trello as like a digital post-it wall. Whatever works for you, pen and paper, great. Make that checklist. Step 6, the promotion. So the promotion is your marketing, essentially. And marketing isn't what you probably see everyone talking about on Instagram. Marketing is just telling people about what you are doing or what you are selling. And those people could be your friends, your family, your neighbors. It doesn't have to be the universe that you are telling for it to be promotion or marketing. Okay. So for your event for Face Quality Week, for any kind of promotional materials or events or posters that you're creating, definitely use the hashtags "My Face is a Masterpiece" or "My Body is a Masterpiece." If you're posting on social media, if you've got those hashtags, it comes up on our feed, so we can celebrate your event with you. Feel free to tag us in any of your posts as well. We love to see what you guys are up to. If you're doing invites, email is probably the quickest / cheapest option for invites. If you want to do it by hand, by post, more power to you. You're cutting it a wee bit fine for posts, but that's fine if you're prepared. Fantastic. Ask your friends and family to spread the word. I've been doing events for various different industries for years, and the amount of times I will say to my friend, my school friend or my cousin, "Oh yeah, what are you doing this week?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've got this event." And they're like, "Why didn't you tell me? I could have told someone else about it, or I would have loved to have come, and I just didn't think it was relevant for them." So don't assume that people don't want to help you, because actually the assumption is people do want to help you. It's usually human nature. We just don't want to ask for help. Ask. People want to know, your friends want to know, and they want to shout about what you are doing. Create your posters, your flyers, your countdown posts. Instagram has got great tools like on stories that can give you countdowns and things automatically. You can do invitations on Eventbrite or Facebook events, which I believe are both free. And if you need any help for assets like those all important posters, if you don't want to make them yourself, contact us. Or go to the link that I've shared in the chat, iFew Resources. You've got lots of lovely, helpful things in there to help you on your way for your fundraising event. And remember to share stories of artists. If you know an artist with a facial difference, this is going to make your My Face is a Masterpiece Face Equality Week event kind of emotionally connect on a deeper level. So yeah, let's celebrate the differences. So before I go to number 7, I'm just going to have a quick thank you. Just coming to check your Gail. Hello. Gail is an artist, as she says in her name. And go and check her out after this. She's done some amazing things. I can't remember if I'm allowed to say what she's doing in June. Gail, if we're allowed to say, put it in the chat. Yeah, very exciting things. Simran, hello from India. Fantastic. Lovely to have you. And Zoe, this is my worst nightmare, the marketing. I don't believe that, Zoe, because you're almost doing a little bit of marketing right now because you're chatting to people you don't know. The marketing is just telling people. Promise. Promise. Easy. So step 7, the who. So we've got done the what, the where, the when, the how much, the promotion, and now we're thinking about the who. Now this isn't going to be relevant to everyone or all events, but just think, if you're doing an event, even if it's small, think to yourself, do I need help with setting up, welcoming guests, handling donations, taking photos, tech support, social media? Volunteers are everywhere. We've just got to ask. And as I say, if you would like someone from FEI to be at your event, and we can get to you, of course, we would love to be there. So please do let us know. But if not, get some help. I guarantee you've got, a cousin's brother's mother's granddaughter's goddaughter who wants to help. Okay, there's somebody out there. And I guarantee if you try and take everything on for a big in-person event, you won't enjoy it. And that's a shame, because we want you to enjoy it. Okay. You do not have to do it alone. All right. Step 8, guys, we're almost there. And I can't believe I've speeded through this. I gave myself an hour because I can usually chat absolute nonsense and go on tangents. But I think because I'm talking to myself and talking to a screen, it's probably giving me some focus. So we're almost at the end. So step 8, the bits and the bobs. What is the bits and the bobs? So this is the stuff you're gonna need for your event, whether it's decorations. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. My neighbor has just turned on a drill. Apologies. Hopefully you can't hear it. So do you need decorations? Do you need cups, plates, cutlery, name tags, microphones, food, drink? Is there prizes? Is there giveaways? Is there bunting? Is there toilet paper? All the little details to make it just wonderful and perfect, and so that everyone has a fabulous time. Decorations wise, we actually do have Face Equality International bunting on our website that you can download and decorate yourself. If it's not in the iFew resources, I believe it's definitely in the schools pack. All free to download. Obviously, if you are downloading any resources, any kind of donation is welcome and very helpful, so we can keep updating and making new resources for you. Once you've done all the stuff you need, do a stuff check a few days beforehand, almost like you're packing your bag to go on holiday, or you're packing your bag the night before on a Sunday for work. This is exactly the kind of mindset to be in. And this is where your checklist comes in handy. So have you done all those amazing post-it notes? Go back to your post-its, go back to your Trello board, wherever you've put that checklist, and tick those things off. And if you've missed something, you make the call. Do I actually need it? Is it a necessity, or is it a nice to have? Because if you're the night before the event, don't go breaking your back if you haven't got, the fizzy water, if you've got the still water. Is it, nobody else knows. Okay. So yeah, don't be losing any sleep over the bits and the bobs. Step 9, we are at your event. Oh my gosh, it's event day. Everything's amazing. Everything's gone so well. You've arrived early. You've got volunteers. You've briefed your team. You're flexible to changes, to things that might go wrong, because, by the way, they 100% will go wrong. But 9 times out of 10, nobody else will notice, because nobody else knows what the event is meant to look like or do or happen. Only you know, generally, if something's gone wrong. So just, don't be too rigid on the day, and trust yeah, trust yourself and trust everyone that you've invited are there for, good intentions, and everyone is probably going to want to help you and support you if they know something's gone wrong. Remember to display donation links visibly. It's all very well putting on a marvelous event that everyone's had a fantastic time, and then you've not told anyone to donate. So, very important. You might want to think about creating an interactive moment. It could be a selfie corner, a guest art wall. I saw, was it last year? I loved it. I went to a face quality event put on by one of you guys, and someone, I think this is also downloadable on our website, but it's like a outline of a generic person's head, just literally the outline. There's no face or anything. And the exercise was asking guests to write a compliment that either they've received about their appearance, or a compliment they've given about someone's appearance on the face. And I just thought that was lovely, and it was a really nice icebreaker to maybe guests who don't know each other. Great conversation starter as well. So yeah, if you guys are going to do that, send us pictures. We want to see. And remember to have someone there who can speak about Face Equality International. If it's not one of us, and if it's not yourself, again, if you want a brief outline of or a blurb or something about what you can say, that elevator pitch, as I like to call it, let us know. Let me know. Send me an email. Send me a DM. I want to help you. We want you to have a successful event as well. And remember to thank everyone for coming, whether it's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day of the week it is, whatever time of day it is. Thank people for coming. I am a great believer that time is truly, truly precious, and people giving up their time for whatever the cause. And we know that this cause is super important, and people should be giving up their time, right? But the fact that they have, we just need to acknowledge that, and make sure you thank everyone. And encourage them to post their fabulous experience with you at your event on social media using the FEI hashtags, my face is a masterpiece or my body is a masterpiece. Okay, one more slurp, one more check of the old comments. Gorgeous. Thanks, Gail. Hello from, I'm guessing that's Germany. Fantastic. Nobody's ever come to Germany. Okay, so then if you want us to come to Germany, then you probably need to look for sponsorship for us, because we want to come to Germany. You're giving me ideas. Fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Hello from Turkey. Fantastic. Love you. So just in time for step 10. What do we think it is? The afterglow. So it's after your event. What do we need to do? We need to follow up with your attendees. So if it was in person, excuse me, if it was an in-person event, you might be sending out your thank yous by email. If it was a digital event, you might do your thank yous kind of as a public blast on your social media. Both or either is totally fine. I would advise, if you can, try and do this kind of within 48 hours of your event. It just keeps it fresh in everyone's mind, and let people know how much money you raised, and invite them to stay involved, whether that's involved in your own personal journey or story, or invite them to stay or get involved with Face Equality International by sharing our email, our donate QR code, or maybe you've made some merch, and they can keep buying merch from you, and ask for feedback. I can tell you from personal experience, it's quite terrifying asking people for feedback, but it is it's really helpful, and usually, well, if it's my family, they tend to not need anonymity, because they would just say, which is probably where I get it from. I will just tell you as well, but most people appreciate the option of anonymity to give feedback, even if it's positive, actually. Just like people giving their time to come to your event, giving their time to give you feedback is also quite a big deal. So if you do get that, make sure you thank that as well. And celebrate your success. Celebrate it publicly, but make sure you celebrate it privately as well. Whether you've raised £10 or £10,000, both are incredible, because you've told your story, you've told the story of Face Equality International, you've told the story of My Face is a Masterpiece, and the awareness raising from these events is huge. The fundraising is obviously much needed and much appreciated, but the work that you guys do in awareness raising is really fantastic. And actually it's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to work for Face Equality International in the first place, because of their community. So you guys are amazing. Now I know I told you it was step 1 to 10. I have got one more slide just in case you guys, oh my God, this is too much. Hi, sorry, what's your name? Oh, so sorry, Zoe. My name is Matilda. And you can find me on the Face Equality International website or Instagram, usually chatting, hopefully inspiring and helpful, informative things. But actually getting ideas is the main issue. Yes. No problem. But I bet you like tea or coffee, Zoe. So if you like tea or coffee, start with a tea or coffee morning. Someone last year, or was it the year before, did a Face Equality party, which I just thought was genius. So I thought, yeah. So okay, so I wanted to share. Oh my God, I told you another lie. 2 slides. 2 slides, I promise, and then we can go enjoy the rest of our days or the rest of our evenings. So this slide is, and again, remember this webinar is going to be posted on our YouTube channel. So don't worry if we go through this too quickly. You can come back to this later. So this is a very, very top line of our kind of internal key calendar dates within Face Equality International. Obviously, Face Equality Week in May is the big one for us, and hopefully, well, I was going to say hopefully always will be, but hopefully some days soon there won't be a need for it. But right now, I think we can all agree there definitely is still a need for it. So if Face Equality Week clashes with maybe something in your life, whether it's school, work, maybe you've got a big personal birthday or event, and May just doesn't work for you, that's okay. You've got plenty other key calendar dates which you can coincide with another event, or just do it on a Saturday, do it on a Monday, do it when it works for you. Okay. And if all of this really was too much and overwhelming and you just don't know where to start, but you know you want to do something, don't you worry. Look at all these ways that you can help and get involved and show your support without really lifting a finger. Well, maybe one finger to click. So you've got Instagram. If you have got Instagram, you can do, I think it's 3 clicks from your profile. You can set up a fundraiser on your own Instagram page. If you've got an email, you can probably, I would assume, if not, please do a Google search or look on YouTube for another video of how to do this. If you have an email, you can preset your signature, obviously of your name and anything else that is relevant to your signature, but you could also add in a little one-liner about Face Equality International and a little link to donate, so that you're constantly reminding your own network about this cause and give them the opportunity to donate. You could donate. You could go to our website right now and donate, or you could set up a subscription, and that could be £1, £100, whatever it is that you can afford to do a monthly subscription, which is incredibly helpful and valuable to us. Have you got a phone? So you could text your friends and tell them about FEI. And I've just said this one, so if you drink tea or coffee, you could have a tea or coffee morning. Do you work? Do you go to work? Speak to your workplace about introducing a charity partner. And once we have that introduction, it's usually me that does the rest with corporate partnerships. So yeah, introduce us to your workplace. Do you have LinkedIn? Tell your LinkedIn network about Face Equality International. And on LinkedIn, they have like you've got your work experience and then something else and something else. And they have a section to put on your profile on LinkedIn about volunteer or charitable causes. So you could add Face Equality International in there, which just helps to increase visibility and awareness even more. TikTok has a very, very similar software to Instagram that you can set up a fundraiser through your TikTok profile. WhatsApp, you could do a broadcast channel on WhatsApp. If you don't know how to do that, search on YouTube. Very, very easy. Tell everyone about us, ask them to donate. And that you could also, if you are going to do an event, WhatsApp is great for a broadcast channel because then you just get your invite out so quickly. Facebook, if I'm speaking to Facebook users, you can set up a fundraising Facebook page, or one of my favorites is the Facebook birthday fundraiser, which we definitely have a few of you doing that already, which is fantastic. Thank you and happy birthday to anyone in April. Shouting about it. So you could ask your cafe or workplace or wherever to put a poster of Face Equality International or Face Equality Week up, even if you don't have time to do the event yourself or capacity. Look, life happens, do what you can do, and work with us. Thank people, just networking and telling people is priceless, let me tell you. And I know I can talk a lot, but I'm only one person. So if all of you can help us spread the word, then hopefully, yeah, each Face Equality Week is going to have more and more of an impact. Now I think, ta-da! Now we are at the end. I'm going to have a quick slurp and just check the old comments and make sure I have any questions. So asking response it. Well, I think I've done that one. Matilda, yes, my niece is called it. Oh, beautiful. Gail, can you briefly explain how Instagram fundraisers work? I'd be happy to offer online live quick portrait. Oh my God, that's so cool, but not sure how it would work. Okay, so I think what you were talking about is doing like a live drawing session, which I've seen artists doing that, and it's very cool. So what you could do is set up a fundraiser and attach it to your live event, and all of this is, to me, it feels self-explanatory, maybe because I'm familiar with it, but honestly, maybe try, if you can, logging onto your Instagram on a desktop rather than your phone, because sometimes you can see the options more clearly kind of on a bigger screen, and that should help. But essentially, whatever fundraiser you do, you pick the charity, you just type us into Instagram in the charity section. You choose what your fundraiser is called, you choose how long it is, and you can even invite collaborators. So if you want to do, say, Gail, for your live portrait session, you could collaborate with your model who's sitting for you. And I think, I'm trying to think if we've got one live. No, we don't have one live right now. I was going to say go have a look. I promise it's easy. And maybe that's a good one. I could do a little video about that in the next couple of weeks, that we can post on our channels, specifically on Instagram fundraisers. So I'll add that to my to-do list. Then does it show in your profile? Yes, it does show in your profile. And then you also have the option to share it to stories. And so do your followers have the option to share it to their stories as well. All of your followers will get a notification that you have started a fundraiser. So even less work for you to do. Hi, Chrissy from the UK. Hello. Great to know there's a YouTube channel for replay. Yes. For us artists who aren't so much the event organizers. Well, so it sounds like you might want to collaborate with an event organizer if you are the artist. But if you are the artist, I don't know if she's on, so I won't say her name, but we've got an artist who has donated to us for someone to win their portrait with her. So yeah, lots and lots of things you could do. That would be helpful to do a video. Okay, let me add that to my to-do list. I am going on a little Easter getaway, so I won't be doing that anytime soon, but I will put it on my to-do list for when I get back from holiday. Now, I can hopefully give us all 15 minutes back of our days or evenings. Just a reminder to anyone who joined later, if you scroll back up to the beginning of the chat, you've got 3 links there that I posted at the beginning. You've got My Face is a Masterpiece information specifically, and you've got IFU, International Face Equality Week resources, and then you've got also a link to donate. So you can use the link yourself to donate, or you can copy that link and actually use that to share with other people if you like as well. Well, I am going to end the stream in about 20 seconds. So any last minute questions? If you think of something tonight, tomorrow, feel free to drop a comment on the video once I repost it to our channel, or send us a DM on Instagram, or send us an email. If you go to our website, you've got a contact form, super, super easy to get a hold of us. As I say, we want to know what you're up to. We want to celebrate what you're up to as well. So thank you so much for joining. This was the first webinar that we've done, and I hope to do more. And I hope hopefully you guys can take something away and be inspired for Face Equality Week 2025, 12th to 19th of May. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I will see you and hopefully speak to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.